Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den.
Hi, I'm Mike Jones. We're here at StarTech, 260 East Orvis Street, Messina, right across from Frenchie's Chevrolet. We have computer, cellular telephone, and music equipment. We service most makes and models of computers and printers. We've been serving upstate New York since 1983. We have 4 technicians available for fast, efficient, quality service. We have a complete in-house service facility, and we offer on-site service to most areas. Let's talk about one of the specials we've got going on.
That wasn't exactly right, but that's close. This is a Takamine S35 acoustic guitar. This is great for just jamming at home, or if you're going camping, throw the guitar around and sing a tune by the campfire. Again, in that Beatles tuning. This is going for $189. This is a Jasmine, which is made by a company called Takamine. Takamine make great guitars, and these Jasmines are no slouches as well.
StarTech, computer, cellular, and music equipment.
'29 machine of DeRozier. Justin DeRozier. Now as Castell will fire away, and now we are under green racing conditions. Oban, along with Mainville, making up this heat, rounding out the field. The number 95 machine, and we'll wait to get word on that car. As now Castell will settle in now, but making a move to the bottom is Mainville, as that'll force Castell way up into turn number 3 and 4, and he'll lose a bunch of spots here now, and that opened the door for Oban. Matthew Oban, as Tim Baltz mentioned, it has been all Matthew Oban for the last few weeks here at Mohawk. Mainville now going to take a peek to the outside, going down the backstretch. Oban, nothing but clear clay in front of him as he'll go to the bottom of turn number 3. Mainville now on his rear bumper coming out of 4. Oban will continue to lead with 2 laps into this heat race number 1 for the Bandits. Out of 2 now. Oban continues to lead along with Mainville. Gets a little squirrely coming out of 2, and he'll drift up the racetrack, lose a bunch of real estate to Oban. Now Mainville going to put the power to the clay coming out of 4, looking to close that gap between him and number 89 of Oban. Oban continues to lead. We're halfway home, followed by DeRozier, the 95, and the 28 of Corey Castell. Oban, he's got his hands full. Mainville looking to knock off Matthew Oban here tonight. Oban now, he'll open up the bottom groove for the 28 machine of Mainville. Mainville cannot make it stick. That car's got a little bit of a push into it. Coming out of 4. Matthew Oban now starting to drift higher into the track as he heads into turn 1, now into 2. Oban continues to lead. We've got 2 laps remaining here. Down the backstretch they'll fire as Matthew Oban leads Mainville, followed by DeRozier, 95, and Corey Castell rounding out your field here in the first heat race of the evening. Presented by our good friends at High Tech Satellite. Be sure to stop over and see the nice setup they've got for the High Tech Satellite. One of the neat things I did see here tonight, Tim, they showed me, you can watch whatever you want through the internet on your TV through satellite dish, especially high-tech satellite. As now Oban, he's got the white hanky on the field. He'll come around to collect the checkers in heat race number 1 tonight. Matthew Oban is your first Bandit heat winner tonight. So Matthew Oban looking to continue his success here at Mohawk, and he has done that and got himself out.
A run here tonight, Brockville tomorrow, and hopefully there's something left of the car. They're going to take it over to Cornwall Sunday night and finish off the Canada Day weekend in fine style, hopefully. And Mike Gauthier aboard the number 3 rounds out your field. Green flag is in the air. And we're underway. Musau into that early lead. Matt Zera up to the number 2 spot. Miller is third. And Miller actually had a scary flip at Brockville a couple of weeks ago. Ended up upside down off of turn number 4. Was A-OK. And has got that car running in the number 3 spot. Mike Gauthier, who's always strong in this car, he runs in 4th. Now he slips to the inside, picks off the number 3 spot from Corbin Miller. Now makes the move to the top side, trying to get around Matt Zera for the number 2 spot. As Miller battles back to the bottom, Daryl Mitchell gets into the mix as well, but it's all Stuart Musau right now, leading the way into turns 3 and 4 with the top spot up off of corner number 4 this time by about a half straightaway lead. Back to that battle for second, which is a good one. Matt Zera has been very impressive his first few weeks here at MIR, running in the top 5 each and every week, and he loses a spot right now to Mike Gauthier as Daryl Mitchell looks to make the move on Corbin Miller to take third. Miller, in the same breath, trying to get by Matt Zera for the number 3 spot as well. Couldn't quite do it. Halfway sign is out. 3 and 3 more to go. Stuart Musau continues to lead him. Gauthier still in that second spot. Zera doing a great job holding off the rest of the field for third as Miller and Mitchell battle it up for 4th and 5th. Down the back straightaway they go, and that's about the best battle on the racetrack as first and second have kind of solidified themselves right now. Gauthier's up to about a 2-cart length advantage over the 17 of Zera with 2 laps left to go. Zera is third. Daryl Mitchell has gotten by Miller and looks to go the long way around this time, going to the top side of the speedway in that number 37 machine, and he gets by Miller, and he will get by Zera down the back straightaway. So Daryl Mitchell, who won with us back for the first time in 2010 and won with us again back in May the 25th of this season, is up to the 3rd spot. White flag is in the air, and Stuart Musau is laid a hurting on the field here in the late going of this one. He's had the lead from the drop of the green flag and has not looked back since. Full straightaway advantage down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. And Stuart Musau will come off of corner number 4 and grab the win in Bandit Heat number 2. Second will go to Gauthier. Third will be Daryl Mitchell. 4th at the line will be Matt Zera. And Corbin Miller will round out your top 5.
Back behind him, the 88 of Matthew Robinson, the 11 of Matt Mutin, 11 of Brian Green rounds out your top 4. As now firing away, it is Dan Reith. As we mentioned, Brian Green in the 11 looking for career win number 75 here tonight at the Mohawk International Raceway. To the bottom is now Dean Protovos going to have problems firing his mod light machine. That'll bring up the first yellow of the night, Tim, for the heat races here. And Dean not in a good spot right there as he is southbound with a lot of Dan Reef. And that could be Matt Mutin as well. In behind, Matt Shantosh now rounding out your 5th position. Green on the field, it is Brian Green, Brian Green to the outside, the long way around the racing surface, as now Robinson going to be comfortable settling into that bottom groove. Robinson getting a little help this week from Joey Lattiser over at his power plant, as Joey always glad to lend a hand to anyone. As now out of the turn 4, it'll be Robinson, your race leader. Brian Green, he'll pick up that left front sneaker coming out of 4. In hot pursuit now of Matthew Robinson as he'll come out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch he'll go. Matthew Robinson absolutely loves this racing service here. He has won quite a few features in the last 2 years since the Mod Lights have graced us with their presence each and every week. Green now trying to run down, followed by Mutin. The 30 machine, correction on that one, that is Tim Reef, not Dan Reef, the 30 machine of Tim Reef. As Robinson continues to lead, 3 laps into this one. Robinson to the bottom groove coming out of 4. He's got Brian Green to contend with. Brian Green doing everything he can to pedal his little legs and as fast as they will go, but he just cannot seem to close that gap on Robinson. Robinson definitely dominating this field for heat race number 1 of the night for the Mod Lights. Robinson likes what he sees in front of him. Nothing but wide open spaces coming out of 4 for Robinson. White flag on the field for the Mod Lights. Heat race number 1 here tonight. at the Mohawk International Raceway. Tonight's racing action provided by our great friends at High Tech Satellite. Like I said, stop on down. Boy, there's a lot of savings to be had with High Tech Satellite TV. Now to the bottom, coming out of 4, Matthew Robinson. He's very comfortable up front, and exactly that's where he's going to end up, as he'll take checkers in heat race number 1, followed by Brian Green, Matt Newton, Tim Reef, and the number 2 machine of Matthew Shontosh. So,
the 12-lap bandit feature, and then we will go into possibly a hot lap session for Sportsman and Modified and end to intermission. Green flag flies this time from Austin very nonchalantly as LaFramboise jumped out to the early lead here as they head down the back straightaway. Scotty Waldorf jumps into second, but Austin did not like that start. And we're going to do it again. So,
I don't know.
I'll mow the lawn.
I'll walk the dog.
You need some help here?
Yes, we're thinking about getting a gaming system.
I'll do the laundry.
You know you can add on any system for just $9 more per week?
I hate saying this, but I will change the kitty litter.
And with no long-term commitments, you can bring it back and stop paying at any time.
Just in case they forget to change the kitty litter.
Huh.
Get to Rent-A-Center's summer sale and add on a video gaming system to any TV for just $9 more a week with no credit check and no long-term commitment.
There's always something going on at St. Lawrence Center. What brings you to St. Lawrence Center? I love all the products and entertainment too. What brings you to St. Lawrence Center? Their prices are affordable. It's my favorite place to go to have fun. There's always something going on at St. Lawrence Center.
Twin Leaf Fresh Express is the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are. The first convenient stop in Hogansburg when driving from Messina. A food court with free Wi-Fi and plenty of room to lounge with family and friends or eat on the run. Menu items with only the freshest ingredients. Wings, pizza, salads, and sandwiches with lunch specials posted daily on Facebook. And don't forget dessert. Over 20 flavors of ice cream, shakes, slushies, and frozen yogurt. Twin Leaf Fresh Express, the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live?
Bears Den!
If you said Bears Den, you're right. Bears Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bears Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bears Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
Mentioned drop. Good chance for a new heat winner this time as the yellow flag will stay out. Of course, don't forget racing action going on all over the place for this race, I should say. So, unfortunately, they may have lost the World of Outlaw late model show completely, but we will find out for sure. Green flag is out. We're back underway. A little bit of restart, and same result. Sylvain Laframboise is up to that number 1 spot as Waldrop jumps up into spot number 2. It's Reef into third, then Harley Brown and the one of Brad Reef complete the rest of the field. Up in front, Laframboise starting to check out and motor away from everybody here. Scotty Waldrop looking to close in on him. Waldrop having a pretty solid season himself. Scotty, a former runner in the Bandit division as well, running third in points right now with 268 points, just a few points behind Brian Green in the 1000cc Mod Light division. Of course, we have 2 divisions, 600 and 1000. Matt Mutin leads the 600cc division, though. As they head down the back straightaway, it's been all Sylvain Laframboise at this time, with Scotty Waldrop chasing him down the back straightaway, trying to run him down. Another half straightaway back to Dan Reef in the 03. Harley Brown right there with him, along with the 1W of Brad Reef. Halfway sign is out, 3 in, 3 more to go. And Sylvain Laframboise making this look pretty easy so far. Actually, a lot of the qualifying heats already tonight have been fairly easy for a lot of the drivers. They just jump out in front, drive away from the rest of the field, and that's what Laframboise is doing right now. With 2 more laps to go, he's got a straightaway over Scotty Waldrop, then another straightaway back to Dan Reef, who's going to have Harley Brown right there with him, though, as Brown digs it down low, trying to get by Reef, but Reef is working that outside groove very well in the 03. Motors away from him down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed this time around for Sylvain Laframboise. in the number 7 machine. Gets a little bit sideways up off of corner number 4. Allows Waldrop to close in going into turns 1 and 2 as they head down the back straightaway. Laframboise still has the lead. Scotty Waldrop doing everything he can to run him down, but he may run out of time. Checkered flag will be out this time by. And a new heat winner in 2012, Sylvain Laframboise grabs his first heat of the year in Mod Light. Second will go to Scotty Waldrop. Third still up for grabs. It will go to the 03 of Dan Reef, Harley Brown, Brad Reef in that order.
Worth its price in gold. So it'll be Musa firing for the pole position. The 1R of Ricky Thompson to the outside now, and he's got company as the 88 of Alan Peters looks to open that bottom groove, but Ricky Thompson's going to check out on the field here on the high side coming out of turn number 2. He goes to the bottom, tries to maintain that number 1 spot, but here comes the 92, Joey Ladouceur, up and down quickly to the number 2 position. Mark Lalone in the number 2 position, Ladouceur in third. To the top side goes Ricky Thompson. Lalone gets just a little bit of a kiss to his rear bumper. Can't quite make enough contact there to get him out of position. Ricky Thompson maintains his line. Going to turn number 3, sets it high, coming out of 4. Ladouceur now looking to overtake that number 2 position. He'll do so on lap number 6. Ladouceur now to the bottom in turn number 1. He kicks his machine sideways coming into turn 2. Ricky Thompson going to pinch him off at the bottom, going down to the back stretch. It is Thompson to the top side. Ladouceur on the bottom, side by side, coming out of 4. It is Ladouceur on the bottom, Thompson to the top side. Joey Ladouceur will now lead at the lap number 6 mark. Ladouceur kicks it sideways. Ricky Thompson looking for an opening on the bottom. Nothing to be had there. As now working his way up into the number 3 spot is Mark Lalone. He's settled in. In behind him is the 69 machine of Jody Swamp, followed by the 88 of Alan Peters. That's your top 5. We've got 2 laps remaining. Joey Ladouceur starting scratch on the field, works his way all the way up into the number 1 position. He's got about a 5-car length lead now on Ricky Thompson. Down to the backstretch they'll go. Ladouceur sets it into turn 3. Gets a little sideways coming out of turn number 4. 1 lap remaining for Joey Ladouceur. No, correction, 2 laps remaining here. As 10 lap. 2 laps remaining. Thank you very much, Mr. Tim Baltz. I don't know what I would do without you. As turn number 3, Ladouceur continues to lead, followed by Ricky Thompson and Mark Lalone in the number 3 spot. Ladouceur looking to check out onto the field, and so far, so good for him. Coming out of 2, Ladouceur continues to lead. In heat race number 1 for the Pro Stocks tonight, Joey Ladouceur all by himself. Up front now coming out of 4. 1 lap remaining here for Joey Ladouceur. Ricky Thompson in second. Mark Lalone in third, followed by Jody Swamp in the 88 machine of Alan Peters. Joey Ladouceur has opened up a can of something here on this field. Turn number 3, Ladouceur. He'll dial it into turn 4, coming out of turn 4. Heat race win number 1 for Joey Ladouceur in tonight's Pro Stock Division, followed by Ricky Thompson, Mark Lalone.
Jumping into tonight. 6 cars ready to do battle once again here. Field getting set, ready to go up off of turn number 4. We're under green once again. And Owen White with the early advantage going into turns 1 and 2, but the 08 track champion Stefan Lebrun jumps to the top shelf and goes to the number 1 spot down the back straightaway with White chasing him down there in second. PJ Peters right there with him in the number 4 spot as Brock Oban got caught on a line, and he will go back to 4th as Peters picks up 3rd, albeit for a moment, though, as Oban fights back on the top side, and Oban will regain the number 3 spot as Peters shuffled back to 4th. Denway and Dion Oaks round out the field in 5th and 6th, but up in front, Stefan Lebrun, who has had his struggles, his fair share of struggles, throughout the last couple of seasons since winning that track championship in 08 here, has gone winless and would like to change that tonight. 30 career wins in his pro stock career in dirt racing, and would like to make it number 31 here tonight if he possibly could. But Owen White, Rock Oban, and PJ Peters might have something to say about it. Owen White doing all he can right now, though, to hold off Rock Oban for the number 2 spot, with PJ Peters closing in the number 3 position. Then Dion Oaks, who has a win here a few weeks back, is 5th, followed by Dan Denway, who is stout in the final few events of the season in bandit competition last year. Rookie in the pro stocks this year, finding it very tough out there. Up off of corner number 4, halfway sign is out, 4 in, 4 more to go. And LeBrun in that number 6 looking pretty strong as they head down the back straightaway. Owen White has got all sorts of pressure from behind as they've got Rock Obey and P.J. Peters. And Peters gives Obey a little bit of a nudge going into turn number 3, sends Obey up the racetrack, and P.J. Peters looks to dig down low, but Obey just too strong off the top side of the speedway and will hold on to the number 3 spot, and in the process get up underneath Owen White to try to take second away. White to the top side. The bottom, Obey is going to be your new second-place driver, at least for a moment, and Obey will finally slide up in front of the 69 of White to take away the number 2 spot, bringing Peters right there with him. Dion Oaks in the 48, right there with him in 5th as well. Dan Denmoyer completes it. 2 more laps left to go, and Stefan LeBrun has been the class of the field here in the late going of this one. Started in the number 2 spot and got the lead in turn 2 and has held it ever since. White flag being displayed for LeBrun this time by. Battle is for the number 2 spot with Rock Obey and P.J. Peters as they go at it. Owen White still doing all he can to hold off Dion Oaks for the number 4 spot. Oaks down to the inside, couldn't quite make it work as Dan Denmoyer completes your field. Checkered flag flies, and the second of 2 Pro Stock Heat events will go to Stefan LeBrun in the number 6. Battle for second, it will be Obey and Peters. Owen White holds off Dion Oaks at the line.
Meet Peggy. She's a loyal player at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino and is bringing her brother Mark, who's new to Mohawk Casino, on Tuesday. Mark gets $15 for being a new Winners Club member, and Peggy gets $15 for bringing Mark. It's that easy. So if Peggy brings a member of her class of 64 each time she visits, then that's, well, you get the point. Visit Akwesasne Mohawk Casino this month and bring a friend.
One breaker fin offer per person per day. Bet with your head not over it. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-846-7369.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden.
Hi, I'm Mark Bogdan, Certified Public Accountant. We here at this office will prepare income tax returns for businesses and individuals. So if you have a C corporation, an S corporation, even partnerships, and sole proprietors, we can take care of your tax needs. At the office, we can prepare your payroll and bookkeeping needs. We offer full bookkeeping services and full payroll services, as well as assistance with preparing your payroll quarterlies and sales tax returns.
Dylan Evoy and the 44 of Jonathan Ferguson starting scratch on the field tonight. A few invaders here at Mohawk. No fire now as we got green on the field. Rose on to the top side in turn number 1. He's looking to take the early race lead, and he does so coming out of 2. He's got Thunder Anderson Jr. now in the number 2 spot. Dylan Saddles, he'll go to the top side. Now making a dive bomb on the bottom is Dan Jalbert. He'll slide up in front of Mike Arquette now, 3 wide, coming down the front stretch. Dylan Evoy now started way back in this heat race, looking to work his way up through the field with precision. Thunder Anderson gets a little out of shape coming out of 2. That'll open the door for Dan Jalbert. Dan Jalbert down on the bottom now, works his way up into the number 3 spot. Adam Rosen leads on lap number 2. Mike Arquette to the bottom now into turn number 1, given a little bump there by the 83 of Evoy. Evoy, he's got the door open. He'll go by Mark Arquette, and he gets a little high coming out of 2. Problem for the number 2 machine of Mike Arquette here. Adam Rosen continues to lead, followed by Dylan Sallows and the one of Dan Jalbert round out your top 3. Now the race to watch is for that number 5 position. To the top side, Thunder Anderson Jr. Neil Provost to the bottom as they go into turn number 3. Anderson to the top side. Provost to the bottom. They both get a little kick it, a little sideways coming out of 4. Provost will have that number 5 spot. Continuing to lead is the number 3 of Adam Rosen, picking it back up onto the back stretch as Dylan Sallows will go to the top side with Rosan, your race leader, the number 3 spot of Dan Jalbert. 5 laps in, so far so good for the number 3 machine of Rosan. Down to the stretch he'll go. He's opened up in about a 7-car length lead. Down onto the backstretch, he'll take into the turn number 3 and 4. Sallows looking to regroup here as he gets a little sideways coming out of number 4. That'll open it up for Dan Jalbert just a little bit. Have enough laps remaining with 2 laps remaining here to get that number 2 spot. We'll have to wait and see as they head on down to the backstretch. Sallows, the number 2 spot. Jalbert, he'll get to the bottom groove coming out of turn number 3, down out of 4. It is Dylan Sallows in that number 2 spot. That is the race to watch for the number 2 position. It is Sallows to the top side. Jalbert. Now Rosan slips up just a little bit. That'll open it up for Sallows. Will Sallows be able to take that number 1 spot away from the number 3 machine? We'll wait and see now. Coming out of 4, it is Sallows. Rosan side by side. Rosan with heat race win number 1 on the evening for the Sportsman. Fantastic racing action here in the Sportsman division. Tim Ball.
So Guillaume Daou in the numbers from regular night of racing to Friday nights here at MIR. We're glad to have him with us. Up into turns 3 and 4 they go. Green flag set to come out. Austin's got it in the air. We're back underway. And Kopp up into the early lead as the 70 of Cook gets by the 23 of Stacy for the number 2 spot. Brent Kelsey is 3rd. And Nolan Swamp making some big moves early. He rounds out your top 5. Looking for 4th around the top side of Mike Stacy. Up off of corner number 4 they go. It's Kopp, Cook, and the 30 of Kelsey in that top 3 order. Kelsey drives it deep into turns 1 and 2. Car looks a little bit tight, pushed up off of corner number 2, and that allowed Nolan Swamp and the 8 of Akins to get up closer to him as they head through turns 3 and 4. Jenna David making some moves up underneath Mike Stacy to try to grab the 6th spot as Guillaume Daou in the 24 looks for room to go as well, rounding out your field. But up in front as Nolan Swamp, something apparently went wrong in the number 1. Looks like something in the left front just gave way, and he went straight off of corner number 2, and that will bring out the caution as well. So race time is at 7 o'clock. Brian Mulligan and Huey Primo will be on the microphone with me over there as well at Cornwall. Green flag flies 3 laps into this one, and already up to the top side, Billy Cook jumps up high and jumps to the lead in turn number 2. So Billy Cook, using a little bit of muscle out there, drives by Brian Kopp to take the top spot. Might have jumped the cushion a little bit in turn 4, allowing Brian Kopp to get by as Brent Kelsey sticks his nose up to the inside, tries to get by Billy Cook. Second, and will do so as he slides up in front of him. Here comes Dana Akins and the number 2 of Jenna David, as well as David has jumped up into the number 5 spot, getting by Lalonde Set there a couple of laps ago as they work up off of corner number 4. Brian Kopp has the lead. 5 laps are complete. 3 more remain in this one. Second of 3 Sportsman Heat events on the night. And Brian Kopp looking pretty strong here as they head down the back straightaway. Billy Cook looking to close in turns 3 and 4 along with Brent Kelsey in the 30. Then comes the 8 of Akins. Jenna David has all sorts of company behind her as Justin Lalonde Set in the 24 tries to get on by, and Lalonde Set gets down to the inside. David shuts the door in turn number 2. White flag will be displayed this time around, and Brian Kopp got the lead away from Billy Cook once again up off of corner number 4 and has driven away ever since. White in the air. Billy Cook has second. Dana Akins has gotten by Brent Kelsey using that low line and taking his time around the speedway. He has jumped up into 3rd. Kelsey is 4th. 5th is still being contested between Lalonde Set and Jenna David up off of corner number 4. Brian Kopp is going to do it. Checkered flag in the air for Kopp. He takes the win. Second will go to Billy Cook, Dana Akins, Brent Kelsey, I believe, to fire away from the pole. He's got Tammy Jalbert to his outside. Now Cars gets a little bunched up in behind him as Louis Jackson Jr. able to take advantage of that, and he'll duck to the bottom looking for that number 2 spot going into turn number 2. Jalbert to the top side. That power move down onto the backstretch. She pulls up alongside the 35 machine of Thomas Cook. Cook now looking to hang on here, coming out of 4. Not going to be able to do so as Tammy Jalbert, the veteran, will overtake the racing lead so far. Cook now in the number 2 spot. Louis Jackson Jr. He'll go to the top side, coming out of 2. Puts the power to the clay. Down the backstretch he'll go. Side by side with the 35 machine of young Thomas Cook Jr. Thomas Cook. Louis Jackson Jr. now gets by him for the number 2 spot. Cars getting bunched up in the back of the field as Wyatt Mullen, Josh Brockway, and Jessica Power,
great race for that number 4 position. 3 wide going down to the backstretch. The number 10 machine of Van Brocklin got together with Mullen and Jessica Power. Josh Brockway, he's got a gaggle of cars behind him. Hang on to that one, as an open door will allow about 2 cars to get by. Now to the bottom will go Mullen, as Brockway will drift up the track just ever so slightly. Up front now, Tammy Jalbert, she'll continue to lead halfway home for heat race number 3 for the Dirt Car Sportsman. Now to the number 2 position, it is Louis Jackson Jr. He's looking to pedal his way up next to Tammy Jalbert. As Jalbert now will set it into turn number 3, looks to come out of 4 and hang on to that race lead, but the race to watch is for that number 3 spot. Wyatt Mullen now gets by the 35 machine. Can he bring Van Brocklin along with him? Van Brocklin going to take a peek to the inside. Nothing there for him. As now Thomas Cook will drift up the track just a little bit. That'll open the door for the number 10 machine of Van Brocklin down to the backstretch. Van Brocklin, he's got that number 4 spot. Gets a little sideways now as Jessica Power, the next car for Thomas Cook to contend with here. We've got 2 laps remaining in the Sportsman. Tammy Jalbert continues to lead. Louis Jackson Jr. looking for a little more moisture onto the top side. He'll put a power move going onto the bottom, looking to close that gap with Tammy. Tammy will pull away now, coming out of 4. She's your race leader, one lap to go. Louis Jackson Jr. looking for a heat race win here tonight, his first of the year at Mohawk. Tammy Jalbert now sets her sights in turn number 3, looks to come out of 4 with a race lead. Louis Jackson Jr. drifts just a little bit, may have touched Jalbert, but down to the checkered flag it'll be Tammy Jalbert, followed by Louis Jackson Jr., Wyatt Mullen, Josh Van Brocklin, and Thomas Cook.
StarTech, located at 260 East Dorvis Street, Messina, New York, serving the community for 26 years. StarTech, an official Sprint dealer, carries computers and accessories, software and devices you need to enhance your computing experience. Our trained technicians can repair or custom build your system. StarTech also carries a variety of musical instruments as well as school band instruments. That's StarTech for all your technical needs.
Twin Leaf Fresh Express is the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are. The first convenient stop in Hogansburg when driving from Messina. A food court with free Wi-Fi and plenty of room to lounge with family and friends or eat on the run. Menu items with only the freshest ingredients. Wings, pizza, salads, and sandwiches with lunch specials posted daily on Facebook. And don't forget dessert. Over 20 flavors of ice cream, shakes, slushies, and frozen yogurt. Twin Leaf Fresh Express, the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live? Bear's Den! If you said Bear's Den, you're right. Bear's Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bear's Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bear's Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
And he'll be lining up shotgun on this field. Green flag flies. We are underway. And that is Billy Dunn out there in the teammate car to Laura Lattiser. 3 wide going off of turn number 2. Roy Tarbell splits the difference and goes to second. Tom Conklin settles into third. Papineau is fourth. Roy Delorme and Billy Dunn having it out for fifth and sixth rather. Dunn makes short work of that. Luke Stewart, Perry Francis tangle on the front stretch. And Francis goes around, sits sideways on the front straightaway, and that will bring out the caution. Series race here last Thursday. First ever tour win, his first ever MIR feature win as well. Bittersweet for the man from Watertown, New York. Green flag is back out, and we are back underway. Tom Conklin has some company to the inside in the form of Billy Dunn as he works in the number 3 spot. The 007 of Tarbell holds down 4th. Delorme from the back of the field has come up through into 5th. Up in front, Shane Pecor definitely has that machine dialed in as he starts to motor away from the rest of the field. Dunn trying to get to the inside of Tom Conklin. These two drivers know each other very, very well. Former regular runners at Can-Am and now battling here at MIR, and we're great to see that. Up in front, though, Shane Pecor leads the way and working that topside group to perfection out there. And the number 4 holds down the lead. Conklin and Dunn still having a war out there for the number 2 spot as Roy Delorme got caught out of line. goes way up to the top side. Doesn't lose any spots, though, but he sure lost a lot of ground to Roy Tarbell and the rest of the top three drivers as Pecor leads the way down in front. Dunn finally gets the car down to the inside of Conklin and will try to slide up in front of him, but Conklin had the run on the top side, and Billy had to back out of the gas just a little bit, but Dunn sneaks back by in turn number 3 and slides up in front and will finally take the number 2 spot. So after 3 or 4 laps of battling with Tom Conklin, he's lost all sorts of ground now to Shane Pecor, who has had this race in his hands from the drop of the green. And Pecor in that number 4 machine, part of the Warrior Racing team, works it up off of corner number 4 with a healthy lead over Dunn, who rides in that second spot. Then it's Conklin, Tarbell, Roy Delorme in the 22 going way wide, coming up off of corner number 4. The 188 of Papineau, the 19 of Stewart, and the 55 of Francis round out the rest of your field as they work it up off of corner number 4 now with 3 laps left to go. Pecor is well in command of it. Billy Dunn still holding down the number 2 spot with Conklin into third. Tarbell looks to find some more wet dirt on the top side. Goes way wide, tries to cut the corner off in turn 2, and actually closed in on Conklin that time. So Tarbell making up some serious ground late in the going. 2 more laps left to go, and Shane Pecor looking pretty stout here in the late going of this one. But Billy Dunn is starting to close the gap, trying to reel him in down the back straightaway. He's closed it down to about 5 car lengths going into turn 3. Drives it deep on the cushion in turn number 4, and Dunn will swing it down through the middle of turn 4 down the front straightaway. White flag is in the air. Can he catch Shane Pecor? The next thing is, can he pass him? He is there. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Checkered flag will be out. Pecor to the top side. Billy Dunn with a last-ditch effort down low. It's not going to work, though. Shane Pecor will grab the heat win. Second will go to Dunn. Third will be Tommy Conklin, and Roy Tarbell will finish up in 4th, and Roy Delorme completes the top 5 in the 22. Luke Stewart, a great run up into 6th. David Papineau to 7th, and Perry Francis rounds out the field. And
so it'll be Arquette to from the pole along with Casey Swamp. Now Kyle Jacobs will look to get to that number 2 spot as Kyle Jacobs now at the line. Big bold move for the 37 machine. He's your race leader from the second row. Now Arquette to the outside. He'll bring Casey Swamp with him, but now here comes the 74 machine. He dive bombs to the bottom. Alongside Kyle Jacobs, the 74 of Matt Billings. Billings and Jacobs at the line. It will be Matt Billings, your early race leader. Lap number 1 completed. Billings now down to the backstretch. He puts the power to the clay. He'll go into turns number 3 and 4. Followed in hot pursuit here by the 37 machine of Kyle Jacobs, the L1 of Chris Raby, Casey Swamp, and Brian McDonald. Matt Billings looking to run away and hide here as he comes out of turn 2 down to the backstretch. That'll open the door now for the 01 of Chris Raby, who overtakes the number 2 position. He sets sights and looks to sail on to the 74 of Matt Billings. Out of the bottom, turn number 4, it is Chris Raby in the number 2 spot. Followed by Kyle Jacobs, Brian McDonald, and Casey Swamp now into your top 5. Billings looking to check out on the field, and he is just doing that. Fast is smooth and smooth is fast for Billings. Cam Painter out of Brockville gets stronger and stronger here every single week. Matt Billings now to the top side. He'll go down to the backstretch. He's opened up quite a lead along with a can of something as well. Coming into 3, now out of 4 is Matt Billings. He continues to lead, followed by Chris Raby, Kyle Jacobs, Brian McDonald, and the 21 machine of Larry Welling Jr. Matt Billings all by himself up front. He'll head down to the backstretch now into turn number 3. Billings to the bottom, coming out of 4. 5 laps in, 5 laps remaining here in heat race number 2 for the 358 modified. Followed by Chris Raby, Kyle Jacobs, Brian McDonald, and Larry Welling Jr. Matt Billings, he is putting a hurting on the field here tonight. He is abusing some clay as he heads into turn number 3. Billings all by himself up front. No company for him to keep tonight as he is on a mission, and he is doing exactly that as he heads into turn number 2 down to the backstretch. Matt Billings leads. He's got about a 30 car length lead, almost a half track lead here over the 01 of Chris Raby. We've got 2 laps remaining in this 358 dirt car modified race, heat race here tonight. Matt Billings, he has got the setup that he's been looking for every week at the Mohawk International Raceway, and he's liking what he sees so far. He's got 1 lap remaining now. 2 laps remaining, 1 lap remaining. A 10-lap heat race here for the 358 modified. Matt Billings is just absolutely dominating this heat race here tonight. Down to the backstretch Matt Billings will go. He'll set it high in the turn. Number 3, nice and easy coming out of 4. It'll be the 74 of Matt Billings with heat race number 2 tonight. Victory for Matt Billings, followed by the 01 of Chris Raby, 37 of Kyle Jacobs, the 151 KB of Brian McDonald, and the 21 machine of Larry Welling Jr. That'll set the stage for heat race number 3 for the dirt car.
Hopefully everything is okay with that, and we were able to make it here on time, just barely, but we got the job done. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Into 1 and 2 they go, and I'll tell you what, Timmy O'Brien made a left-hand turn and went by Gage Moran in an effort to try to catch Laura Lattiser in the 23, who is starting to run away with this one here. Down the front straightaway they go. Danny O'Brien up to the number 3 spot. Moran has the 77 of Plank to his inside as Plank digs down low, trying to get some bite as teammate Kerry Terrance, who debuted a brand new car a couple of weeks ago at Cornwall and dominated the 25-lap 358 modified feature over there on Sunday, runs in the number 6 spot. Federley is 7th. Up in front, though, Lattiser continues to lead the way, but Timmy O'Brien is right there with him. Good battle going on for the number 3 spot. It's Gage Moran and Danny O'Brien, 2 hard chargers in this sport, working in 3rd and 4th. Up off of corner number 4, Moran finds some bite, drives around Danny O'Brien, tries to do the same to younger brother Timmy, but Timmy has no use for that as he jumps up to the inside and holds off Moran from the number 2 spot. Now he'll slide up in front of Moran, coming up off of corner number 4, and he will do so. And O'Brien hanging on to the number 2 spot as Danny now to the inside, drives it deep into turn number 1, trying to get alongside of Gage Moran. Couldn't get the job done, though, as Dale Plank works from spot number 5. Kerry Terrance and Kevin Federley complete the rest of the field. Off of corner number 4 they go. Lattiser leads the parade down in front, as Timmy O'Brien has solidified himself into that number 2 spot. Older brother Danny gets by the 16 of Gage Moran and slides up in front, so O'Brien will get the 3rd spot. Now he's trying to get the number 2 spot away from his younger brother Timmy up off of corner number 4. Timmy O'Brien to the top side, Danny O'Brien to the low side by side through turns 1 and 2. Laura Lattiser has checked out and gone away from the rest of the field about a half straightaway as Kerry Terrance has pulled it pit side with the number 16 machine, or 66 rather, up off of turn number 4. Lattiser keeps the car straight as an arrow down the front straightaway on this very slick racetrack right now as Timmy O'Brien working in spot number 2, holding brother Danny at bay now for the number 3 spot as Gage Moran works in 4th. He's got the natural Dale Plank right there behind him in the number 5 spot. 2 more laps left to go, and Lattiser continues to lead it. Good battle going on for 4th and 5th right here as Gage Moran has that 4 spot. Plank drives it deep into turns 1 and 2 on the bottom, but that top side through 1 and 2 is just too strong right now in the field. Starting to spread out down the back straightaway, but up off of corner number 4, Laura Lattiser making it look pretty easy so far. He leads him going into 1 and 2. White flag is being displayed. The 88 of Timmy O'Brien holding down 2nd. Danny O'Brien in the 17 rounds out your top 3. And then it's the 16 of Moran. 77 of Plank. 57 of Federley completes your field. Checkered flag flies. Laura Lattiser grabs his 2nd heat win of the year. Timmy and Danny O'Brien 2nd and 3rd, followed by Moran and Dale Plank.
Fourth Coast Entertainment Magazine, a complimentary monthly guide and calendar for the arts, performing arts, recreation, music, and entertainment for Northern New York and surrounding areas. Distributed monthly throughout the region and online at fourthcoastentertainment.com.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live? Bear's Den! If you said Bear's Den, you're right. Bear's Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bear's Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bear's Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
Justin DeRozier to the outside, moves on to the pole position now as they're waiting for that green flag. Austin says, looks good so far, fire away. DeRozier with starting problems on his machine as he will go from 2nd to 2nd from last in a matter of half a lap. Musa off to the early race lead now, followed by the 28 of Mainville to the outside. Oban looking to reel in the top 2 cars here. Musa kicks her a little sideways, coming out of 4. The car on the move, the 3 machine of Mike Gauthier. Gauthier now into the top 5. He's in the number 4 spot as Musa will lead down to the backstretch. followed by Mainville and Oban. The top three cars are the ones to watch here. Musa, you don't want to let him get too far out of your sight because he will check out on the field. Musa, your race leader, 2 laps into this event, 12 laps the distance for your Bandit division. Musa now kicks it to the top side, followed by Mainville and Oban. Now, Gauthier looking to make a name for himself here as he heads it into turn number 3 and 4. Single file here, as now Musa going to go to the bottom groove, followed by Mainville. Mainville looking to reel him in ever so slightly, but that is Castell in that machine. Mainville is a 28 back in the field. Thank you very much, Mr. Tim Baltz. I'll get it eventually, maybe by September. As now Musa gets a little twisted out of shape coming out of 4. Maybe some handling problems there. Castell now, the 28J. He'll go to the bottom, looking to gain on the race leader here, but a gaggle of cars is now. Oban finds an open door down the backstretch, and he's brought company with him for dinner. The 3 of Mike Gauthier follows in behind Castell. The race for the number 2 spot is the one to watch here, as Oban, he's looking to get that number 2 spot, and we've got caution on the field. So it'll be Musa to fire from the pole as the field gets stacked together. Oban, he liked that yellow flag as he's able to dial in now the 101 of Musa. Oban to the bottom, but Castell looking to make a name for himself as Gareth Shallow will drift to the high side coming into turn number 2. As now Mainville slows down in between turns 1 and 2. He refires and able to get away caution free. Musa, he is broken away from the field tonight by about 3 car lengths. He goes to the top side. Does Oban or Castell have anything in the cards for him? But here comes Castell to the bottom. He'll take that number 2 spot away from him. He'll set his sights, dial up now for the 101 of Stuart Musa. Oban says, not so fast, my friend. I like this inside groove as well. He gives a little bumper to the 29 machine of Castell. The battle for the number 3 spot is the one to watch, as now Castell hits a rut on the backstretch, gets a little airborne. That opens the door for Gauthier along with Matthew Oban. 5 laps remaining now for Stuart Musa, looking to collect his first win of the 2012 racing season in the Bandit division. Oban and Gauthier continue to lead. Continue to fight for that number 2 spot. Gauthier now to the inside. Coming into turn number 3, Gauthier. He's going to have 4 laps remaining, but Oban takes that number 2 spot right back away from him. The number 2 spot is the race to watch. Look out, we've got cars sideways spinning into the infield. Nice spot there, Mr. Tim Baltz, as I was watching the race leader. That is the 28 machine of Corey Castell, as we are going to remain green here with 2 laps remaining. Lap traffic is the issue. And Musa now has some mechanical issues, is now getting bunched together. Musa onto the binders, and he splits the difference coming out of 2. What a great racing maneuver. That'll bring up the yellow flag, and Musa must have had something from his radiator break loose there, Mr. Tim Baltz. Not sure, but all kinds of action here in the Bandit. So Musa, a little bit of water on the track here is now. Musa fires away now from the green flag. He's got 2 laps to go. Does Gauthier or Oban have anything for him? Musa, you got to wonder what let loose in that machine to leave a little bit of liquid on the front stretch. Musa, no problems, no ill effects for that 101 machine as he comes out of 4. 1 lap remaining. 4 more turns of the steering wheel for Stuart Musa. He'll go to the top side. Gauthier now starting to gain on him ever so slightly. Down the backstretch they'll go. Now for the number 3 spot. It is Castell to the top side of Oban to overtake the number 3 spot. Stuart Musa coming out of 4. Looking to collect checkers. Yes, sir. Stuart Musa, the 101, followed by Gauthier. Justin DeRoger, the 89 machine of Oban.
Musa, as he gets back into victory lane. It's been a while since Stewart has been in the winner's circle, but he gets it done here tonight. Of course, Stewart's been running off and on in the Bandit class for many, many seasons. Of course, in 2003, he had quite the year, winning 2 or 3 features, I do believe. And it's good to see him back in the winner's circle, as we mentioned, holding off some tough customers in the form of Mike Gaucher and Matthew Oban. There he is. How about a round of applause for Stuart Musow? First win in quite some time. And, of course, I'd like to thank the good people from High Tech Satellite for being on hand with us here tonight. You can check out their display right at the front the front gate as you came in tonight. The 48 of Dion Oaks, Preston Musow, and the 102 with the 64 of Dan Denvoyer. Ready to go green, 12 pro stock set to go for 20 laps. Green flag in the air. We are up to racing speed. Second feature on the night. Ricky Thompson into that early lead in the number 1. The 6 of LeBrun back there in the runner-up spot, followed by Rock Oban, Mark Lalone, and here comes the 92 of Lattiser. Trying to go 3 wide, thought better of it. Tucks it in behind P.J. Peters. At lap number 1, Stefan LeBrun slides up in front of Ricky Thompson. Thompson tries the crossover move in turn number 1, and won't get the job done as he heads down the back straightaway with the lead. Thompson into second, followed by Peters and the 4 of Rock Oban going at it for the number 3 spot. Just behind them, Joey Lattiser and Mark Lalone tangle it up for 5th and 6th. Down in front they work. It's LeBrun, your race leader, at lap number 3 as they head down the back straightaway this time by Thompson, having a pretty strong run so far up into second. Then it's Oban, and Dion Oaks with a problem here in the 48 will come to a stop in just after the 94 or 93 career dirt pro stock wins. He's up to 96 right now, possibly in a step closer towards career win number 100 in dirt racing. Kind of neat to see that happen this year. Green flag is back out. Stefan LeBrun back to the early lead. Field headed down the back straightaway in a whole lot of hurry as Thompson and the 73 of Peters go at it for the number 2 spot. Thompson on the top side, Peters down low, and Thompson able to keep the number 2 spot as they go down into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Stefan LeBrun holds strong on the top spot as Thompson and Peters go at it once again. Peters gets a strong drive up off of corner number 2 and down into turns 3 and 4 they go. As LeBrun leads at lap 5.
So the race to watch is the race for the number 2, 3, and 4 spots. Now to the high side. The 1R of Ricky Thompson goes to the high side. 3 wide down to the backstretch they'll go. Lattiser to the inside. P.J. Peters in the middle like an Oreo cookie, and to the outside, Ricky Thompson drifts way up the racing track, and he'll lose a bunch of real estate. Stefan LeBrun continues to lead now on lap number 7. Joey Lattiser in the number 2 spot down the backstretch. He'll go. He'll try the high side here on LeBrun. He'll stick it to the bottom in 3. Lattiser, what do you got for him up top? Joey Lattiser now back onto the rear bumper of LeBrun. Lattiser back to the top side, going into turns 1 and 2. LeBrun, stay in the bottom, coming out of 2, down to the backstretch. They'll go once again. Stefan LeBrun, your race leader, along with Joey Lattiser and P.J. Peters. P.J. Peters looking to see what line Lattiser is going to take here and make his move for that number 1 spot. Now the 1 and 2 cars will switch spots. Racing Grooves yellow on the field for the 64 machine.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden.
These vehicles look brand new right off the showroom floor, but they're not. They've been detailed by Final Touch Detailing. If you can drive it, Final Touch can detail it. Trucks, boats, cars, and bikes. Well, Final Touch Detailing can take care of you. Their services include wash, including undercarriage and engine compartment, vacuum shampoo and steam clean, Scotch Guard treatment for fabric, leather treatment, wax and buffing, and much more. Get that car show quality detailing today with Final Touch Detailing. Call 842-9810. That's 842-9810. Or email ODIE7342 @ yahoo.com.
So it'll be LeBron to the inside. Lattiser in the number 2 spot. LeBron, he'll fire away. Looks for that green flag, and it's back to racing conditions here at Mohawk. Lattiser now in the number 2 spot, but P.J. Peters looking to join some company. Lattiser to the outside, coming out of 2. They are wheel-to-wheel down to the backstretch. LeBron on the inside, Lattiser on the outside. Lattiser finds a little bit of moisture on the racing surface, coming out of 4. They are 2 by 2. Now, Joey Lattiser on lap number 8, your race leader. LeBron right there with him on the bottom groove, but Lattiser, he likes what he sees so far. Wide open spaces down to the backstretch for Joey Lattiser. Lattiser, he's got his 92 machine dialed in here tonight at the Mohawk International Raceway. Out of 4, Joey Lattiser continues to lead on lap number 9. To the inside, it is the 6th machine of Stefan LeBrun, but Joey Lattiser down to the backstretch he'll go. Looking to run away and hide here as lap 10 quickly approaching for Lattiser. He's leading at the halfway point. Lap number 10, Joey Lattiser leads the field.
Up off of corner number 4 they go, and now Jody Swamp and that 69 machine who started way back in spot number 7, starting to make his way to the front of the field as well. He is already up into spot number 4, just getting by Ricky Thompson as the 1R of Thompson relegated to 5th. Mark Lalonde is 6th, closing in into the top 5. But Joey Lattiser making this look very easy here at lap number 11, leading the parade down into turns 1 and 2. LeBrun is 2nd, with P.J. Peters, your current points leader in this Bailey Motor Company Pro Stock Division, as the 69 of Swamp right there with him in 4th. Thompson rounds out your top 5. Thompson, the 2010 track champion here, lurking back behind Jody Swamp in that number 5 spot. Mark Lalone is about ready to close in as well. Lalone rides in that 6th spot into number 8. Then comes the 69W of Owen White riding in 7th. Dan Denway is 8th. 9th is Rock Oban. 10th to Alan Peters. Preston Musal completes the 11th. Down in front they go. Joey Lattiser continues to lead the way at lap 13. About a straightaway ahead of his nearest competitor, and that is the 6 of Stefan LeBrun. And LeBrun right now feeling the pressure from P.J. Peters and the 69 of Jody Swamp as they work down the back straightaway, trying to close in on LeBrun for the number 2 spot as Peters goes to the top shelf. LeBrun staying right down low, right against the tires down on the inside, and LeBrun able to keep the number 2 spot at lap number 14. But it's all Joey Lattiser, and he is basically checked out on the rest of the field. With 5 laps remaining, Joey Lattiser is on cruise control, headed down the front straightaway.
So lap 15 goes to Joey Lattiser, but now the race for the number 2 spot. Peters gets into the backside of LeBrun, then that opens things up for Jody Swamp, who gets LeBrun turned around into turn number 2, and LeBrun comes to a stop coming out of 2. Jody Swamp had nowhere to go, neither did Stefan LeBrun. Modifieds in your dirt car sportsman to round out the action. Single file restart now on lap number 15. Tim Baltz will be heading down shortly for a pit side victory lane interview. Lattiser fires coming out of 4. He gets the green flag from Austin Swamp. Lattiser now to the bottom. P.J. Peters looking for a little something on the top shelf as he comes out of 2. Can't maintain his momentum. He backs off the gas just a little bit. But Peters back into it now in turn 3. Does he have something for the 92 machine of Joey Lattiser? Drifting way up the racing surface is the 1R of Ricky Thompson. Joey Lattiser back to the front now. Lattiser on the bottom. P.J. Peters to the top side. Down to the backstretch they'll go. Lattiser, number 1. Peters, number 2. Peters has certainly made a pretty good account for himself here tonight as he's trying to reel in racing leader Joey Lattiser on lap number 17. Lattiser continues to lead over P.J. Peters. Mark Lalone, Owen White, and 1R of Ricky Thompson. Thompson now with a power move around for that number 4 position. Correction, the number 5 position as Lattiser continues to lead coming out of turn 4. It is followed by P.J. Peters. Peters restart. 2 laps remaining the distance for the Pro Stocks tonight here at Mohawk. Lattiser fires, but he's got P.J. Peters along with Mark Lalone. Lalone in 3rd now, looking to get that number 2 position away from P.J. Peters. He says, P.J., you're going to the top side, so will I, my friend. But Lattiser continues to break away from the rest of the field. Lattiser into turn 3 now to the top side. PJ Peters going to go a little bit higher coming out of 4. Can he really enjoy Lattiser? He's got 1 lap to do it, and he's got some distance to make up and some ground to make up on the 92 machine. Tim Baltz headed down track side for a victory lane interview with tonight's Pro Stock winner. Lattiser, he'll set it into turn number 3. Nice and smooth and comfortable coming out of 4 is the 92 machine of Joey Lattiser, who will come around and collect tonight's high-tech satellite Pro Stock feature event. Followed by PJ Peters, Mark Lalone, the one off.
As he buckles and gets the helmet off. And we'll be set to go Mod Light Racing here next as he's out of the car. Second time in 2012. How about it for Joey Lattiser? He's been getting accustomed to winning and winning a bunch. Back in front again here, Joey. Congratulations. Car looked very, very strong out there tonight. Bottom side seemed to be the place to be for you.
Yeah, I know. Last week was definitely a challenge, I think, for everybody, but for myself, I really wasn't happy with how we ran, and we salvaged the 4th place. But we got some big races coming up, and we wanted to come back, and man, the track prep tonight was amazing. That's probably the best I've been on all season at any track.
Absolutely. Now, of course, you're off to a pretty solid start in the Mohawk Race Parts Series, as well as your home track in Cornwall. You're going to be back with us many more times throughout the year, or is it just kind of hit and miss whenever you can make it?
Well, I wish I could run here every week. Budget doesn't allow me to, and family and whatnot, but next week we're in Granby for a tour race, and the week after that I'm in Disneyland, so it'll be a couple of weeks before we come back, so all my fans over here, they don't have to worry about me for a few weeks.
Right, Patrick, of course, sitting right over there as well. Of course, you know, this is a big one for you tonight. 97 career wins in Pro Stock. You're the all-time leader. I know 100's got to be right on your mind.
Yeah, it's definitely, I didn't really realize we were coming up on that milestone until you brought it up to me this spring there, so it's kind of been a bit of a goal of mine, and things are going well. Hope we can keep it going, and we don't jinx ourselves trying to get that goal.
Absolutely. Well, glad to help with the motivation, Joey. Congratulations, buddy. Glad to see you down front.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Win number 2 of the year for Joey Lattiser here on High Tech Satellite Night.
Hi, I'm Mike Jones. We're down at StarTech at 260 East Orvis Street, right across from Frenchie Chevrolet. We have computer equipment, cellular telephones, and music equipment. And we'd like to tell you about one of the deals we got going on today.
And here we have a beautiful Epiphone DOT Studio guitar. This is like a lower grade version of a 335 Gibson. Great for blues, jazz. This is actually Smokey's favorite guitar here in the store. You can catch him playing all kinds of blues. And the out-of-tune Beatles tuning. How's that? I will tune it if you buy it. This guitar is going for, last I remember, I think it was $300. So come in, I may give you a special deal on this one as well.
StarTech, where we make things work for you.
Twin Leaf Fresh Express is the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are. The first convenient stop in Hogansburg when driving from Messina. A food court with free Wi-Fi and plenty of room to lounge with family and friends or eat on the run. Menu items with only the freshest ingredients. Wings, pizza, salads, and sandwiches with lunch specials posted daily on Facebook. And don't forget dessert. Over 20 flavors of ice cream, shakes, slushies, and frozen yogurt. Twin Leaf Fresh Express, the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live? If you said Bears Den, you're right. Bears Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bears Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bears Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
15 laps the distance. Laframboise fires away. He's got the green. 3 wide down the front stretch. They'll go into turn number 1. Green flag on the field. We're under racing conditions. These cars are super racy tonight. Down to the backstretch. Robinson to the top side. Laframboise to the bottom. Robinson pulls a couple wheels up alongside Laframboise coming out of 4. Matthew Robinson will lead lap number 1. Down to the front stretch. Brian Green looking to get career win number 75 in the Mod Light division. He is currently in the number 2 position going down the backstretch. He narrows in, sets his sights on the 88 of Robinson. Green now to the inside. Robinson drifts up just a little bit. Bottom door is open. Green doesn't take it on this lap. Green now in hot pursuit of Robinson on lap number 2. We've got a car spinning to the infield. I do believe that is the 30 machine of Tim Reef. Timmy Reef going to repower that machine, get back out to the track ever so slightly. No, sir. We are going to have yellow on the field.
Spectator bag race at Brockville along with one of his other crew members as the navigator. So Brian's been dabbling in a lot of everything this year and has been very successful at it.
Well, what he can see so far is that he's in number 2 spot behind the 88 machine of Robinson. Robinson now will take it to the top side, coming out of 2. Down to the backstretch. They'll go. Here comes Brian Green. He hits the go fast pedal. Looking to go in the turn number 3. Green to the bottom of Robinson. Robinson going to pinch him off just a little bit, coming out of turn 4. Now they are wheel to wheel at the flagger stand as they head into turn number 1. Green now has to back off the throttle just a little bit coming out of turn 2, but now down to the backstretch. Brian Green indeed looking for career win number 75 here tonight. Robinson to the top side. Brian Green down to the bottom. Green now with a little momentum heads into turn number 1. He is your new race leader on lap number 5. Matthew Robinson will settle back into 3rd, followed by Matt Mutin, the 7 of Sylvain Laframboise, and Scott Woldriff rounding out your top 5. Brian Green now to the bottom coming out of 4. Your race leader. Robinson gets a little squirrely coming out of 4. He regroups his racing machine as he heads into turn number 1 and 2. Green now very comfortably up front, and he's done it 74 other times in his career. Will number 75 come here tonight at the Mohawk International Raceway? Green out of 4 now on lap number 6, looking to complete lap number 7 as your race leader, as we've got halfway point coming up here for the Mod Lights. Next up, the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds along with Sportsman Matthew Shantosh going to take it pit side. Robinson trying to dial in Brian Green, but Brian Green, the man on the mission at the halfway point, Brian Green continues to lead.
7 laps left to go. Brian Green looking pretty strong right now as he heads down the back straightaway with that top spot. Matthew Robinson lost a little bit of ground out there as the 11 of Green has been pulling away lap after lap here as the field heads down the front straightaway. This time by Brian Green continues to lead it. Robinson is still 2nd. Matt Mutin all by himself is 3rd, and that 600cc machine down in front. Sylvain Laframboise has his hands full with Scotty Waldorf in that number 60. Scotty, a very tough competitor out there, works in the number 5 spot as they hit the back straightaway. The number 8 machine of Harley Brown runs in the number 6 spot. 7th is the 03 of Dan Reef. 8th is the 14. 9th is Brad Reef, and rounding out the top 10 is the 30 of Tim Reef. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 they go this time around. Brian Green's got a healthy lead, almost a straightaway over Matthew Robinson as they hit turns 1 and 2. And down the back straightaway they'll go at lap number 11. Brian Green continues to dominate this feature event. Got the lead pretty well right around the halfway point and has not looked back since as Matthew Robinson continues to run in the number 2 spot. Matt Mutin all by himself in third, and problems with Harley Brown in the number 8. Got a little out of shape over there in turn 2, but he straightens it out, and we stay under green. 12 laps up on the scoreboard, and Brian Green will possibly enter into lap traffic, although he might be on the final lap when he gets to the number 30 of Tim Reef as they head down the front stretch. 2 more laps left to go. Austin says you got a huge lead out there. 2 more laps left to go for Brian Green. Robinson all by himself in second. A great points night for Robinson in that 88. Brian Green looking for back-to-back feature wins if he can get it here tonight. Coming up into turns 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time around. And Green is waiting for nobody. A full straightaway advantage back to the number 2 spot, which is being occupied still by Matthew Robinson. 11M of Mutin holding down the number 3 spot as they head down the back straightaway for the final time. Checkered flag is out. It was big when he won his first ever Mod Light feature. Tonight he gets his 75th career Mod Light feature win. Brian Green grabs it. Great job by him. Matthew Robinson comes home to collect second. The 11M of Mutin will cross in third. Scotty Waldrop has gotten around Sylvain Laframboise for the number 4 spot. Laframboise goes around and will get, I believe, the number 6 spot at the finish. What we have done this year is the Mod Lights have 1,000cc and 600cc categories, and Matt Mutin was the fastest of the 600 drivers out there. But there he is out of the car, second week in a row, 75th of his career, the 11 of Brian Green. On June the 15th, and Billy Dunn, the 358 Tour race on June the 21st, last Thursday night. Back to Friday night action. Green flag is in the air. Shane Pecor jumps up into that early lead. Field headed down into 1 and 2 they go. A heavy cloud of dust going down into 1 and 2. But it's Shane Pecor, your leader, albeit for a moment. Laura Lattiser puts the power down, goes up into the number 1 spot as they hit turns 3 and 4. Pecor trying to fight back on the bottom, but it's Laura Lattiser, your early leader, followed by Pecor, Timmy O'Brien, Danny O'Brien, 3rd and 4th. Tom Conklin running in the number 5 spot right now as Conklin actually works to the top side, getting by Danny O'Brien for the number 4 position. Roy Tarbell is 6th, and back there behind them is Matt Billings and Kyle Jacobs as they battle for 7th and 8th. Billy Dunn is already making his way forward through the field. He's just gotten around Gage Morin and now works on the back bumper of Kyle Jacobs as they head down the back straightaway in a whole lot of hurry. Lattiser is on a mission. Lattiser has not won here at MIR in quite some time. Headed down the front straightaway with the lead. Timmy O'Brien holds down second. He's gotten around Pecor for that spot. Danny O'Brien still hanging on to 4th. Dale Plank spins right here in the front stretch, takes a greater tire with him to the infield, and it rolls over top of the car, and he comes to a stop. Caution flag is out.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden.
Shake-up in the point standings, and the first time Plank has not led the point standings since opening night. Green flag is back out. Laura Lattiser sees it first. We go back underway, and they scramble behind them. Casey Swamp, Brian McDonald, David Papanogan into one another. Plank is back out in that 77. Watch for him to make a charge to the front. Up to the lead, though. It's Lattiser. Roy Tarbell made a bid right through the middle. Grabs the number 4 spot. Pecor trying to battle back on the top side. Billy Dunn right there with him as well. Tommy Conklin sits back there in the number 6 spot as Pecor works the top side. Gets by Conklin for the number 6th position down the back straightaway. Here comes Dunn to the inside, grabs the number 4 spot from Tarbell. 3 wide with Conklin, Raby, and Billings in that order as the field scrambling through off of corner number 4. 5 laps are complete.
On lap number 5, Ladisser is your leader. Down to the backstretch, he'll fire. And now joining the field, Billy Dunn looking for that number 2 position. In the other ride from Laurent Ladisser, he's got the number 2 spot coming out of turn number 4. Overtakes Timmy O'Brien and Danny O'Brien in one fell swoop. Now he sets his sights on the other car. No, you haven't had too much to drink. You've got 2 cars identically alike here. Now to the top side, Laurent Ladisser. Billy Dunn looking to get back into this one. Lap number 7 as now Ladisser to the top side, Dunn to the bottom. Timmy O'Brien maintaining that number 3 spot very, very well. And 4th, Danny O'Brien, and in 5th, rounding out the top 5, the 007 of Roy Tarbell. Now to the inside comes Billy Dunn on Laurent Ladisser. Those 2 cars running at peak performance tonight on lap number 8. Tonight's event sponsored by our good friends at High Tech Satellite. Now making the move to the inside is Billy Dunn. They are racing wheel to wheel coming out of turn number 4. Billy Dunn looking to overtake Laurent Ladisser on lap number 8. Yes, sir. Your new leader is Billy Dunn, 23D machine. As Tim Baltz mentioned, he was not here to run for a track championship, but look at the power of that machine as he goes into turn 3 and 4. Laurent Ladisser going to try to keep the RPMs up on the top side. Can't do so on lap number 10. Billy Dunn continues to lead.
Coming from the number 12 spot, Billy Dunn has gotten the lead away from Laurent Ladisser, leaving a lot of drivers in his dust as he heads down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 with the lead. He's opening it up now to about 4 car lengths as they head off of turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Ladisser continues to run in 2nd. Timmy O'Brien is 3rd. Then that battle for the number 4 spot with Roy Tarbell and Danny O'Brien as they go at it headed down the back straightaway off of corner number 2. Chris Raby making his way up towards the front of the field. Now he is up into 6th, getting by Shane Pecor. Dale Plank is starting to pick off some cars as well, working from the back of the field. He has gotten around Christian Smoke as Kerry Torrance also looks to move up. Halfway sign is out. 13 are complete. 13 complete this time by as the 23 of Dunn works it up off of corner number 4 in a bid for his 2nd consecutive win here at MIR. As he mentioned last week in his interview, he has done everything at this racetrack but win, and he got that accomplished last night along with his first ever 358 modified tour win. And Dunn looks pretty strong as he works through the middle of the racetrack, getting up to the back bumper of Casey Swamp. Watch him in traffic, gets to the middle of the racetrack now as Roy Delorme on the bottom, Brian McDonald on the top side, and with ease splits the difference into turn number 3 as he works through lap traffic. And the 9 of Christian Smoke hard into the wall up there in turn number 4, giving Ladisser a few pointers out there as well.
So on lap 14, Billy Dunn will fire away. He's got the green flag as they head down into turn 1 and 2. Ladisser now looking to maintain that number 2 spot. The 88 machine of Timmy O'Brien looking to join the top 3. He runs in 3rd right now. Dunn to the bottom coming out of turn number 4. Continues to be your race leader, followed by Laurent Ladisser on lap number 15.
15 laps are complete as field working down the back straightaway. Danny O'Brien has made a switch as well. He was running the bottom side of the speedway, noticed that Kerry Torrance was starting to make some serious moves to the top side and looked to trying to make the outside work. It didn't quite work that time up off of corner number 4. But I tell you what, Danny is starting to make some serious headway here in the late going of this one. Billy Dunn is all but checked out on the rest of the field. Ladisser has done about the same. Younger brother Timmy O'Brien right there in the number 3 spot. Tarbell is 4th. Here comes the pocket rocket to the top side of the speedway, trying to find some extra bite. Everybody is glued right to the bottom of the speedway, so you've got no choice but to head it to the top side if you possibly can. Meanwhile, Billy Dunn just continues to do his thing up into the number 1 spot and running away from the rest of the field down the front stretch. And that Laura Lannister owned 23D. Lannister himself running in the number 2 spot as Danny O'Brien has gotten around. The 007 of Tarbell bringing Kerry Torrance right there with him. Now he's after younger brother Timmy down the back straightaway as the field works down the front stretch. Lap number 18 is up on the scoreboard. Now we're working lap 19 done. Running into lap traffic now with David Papineau right there in front of him. Good battle for the number 2 and 3 spots out there as Lannister has second. Timmy O'Brien and Danny O'Brien going at it for third and fourth. Gary Torrance has gotten around Tarbell for the 5th spot as O'Brien charges to the top side of his little brother going into turns 3 and 4. And Danny trying to keep the car straight, but Timmy's got a little extra bite on the bottom. 20 laps are in the record books.
So lap 20, Billy Dunn continues to lead now as he's worked his way through lap traffic. He's got 4 more laps to go. Now the 22 of Delorme is the next car. Delorme on the bottom, Billy Dunn to the top side. On lap number 22 around, coming is Billy Dunn. Billy Dunn gets around another lap car. Billy Dunn has checked out on the field. It's a see-you-later contest, and Billy Dunn looks to be the winner so far. Down the backstretch, Billy Dunn will go. Billy Dunn now will set his sights on the 44 machine and the 151 of Brian McDonald. To the bottom, Billy Dunn comes out of turn 4. Lap number 23, Billy Dunn continues to lead. And behind him, the 23 of Laurent Ladesseur, the 17 of Danny O'Brien, the 88 of Tim O'Brien, and the 66 machine of Kerry Torrance. Billy Dunn, your race leader now, as he'll come out of turn number 4. Sets his sights on the 19 machine here of... There's Billy Dunn, 1 lap remaining. Billy Dunn looking to put another car down a lap. We'll be going down trackside. Victory lane interview coming up with Tim Bulk. Billy Dunn now to the top side. Going to keep the power nice and gentle. Billy Dunn at the checkered flag. Billy Dunn wins tonight's high-tech satellite 358 modified feature event. Top 5 cars to the scales as they will check out. As coming around in second is Laurent Ladesseur. In third, Danny O'Brien, the 88 machine of Timmy O'Brien, and the 66X of Kerry Torrance.
90 career wins in 358 racing, but for the second straight week, how about a round of applause for Billy Dunn? And he's going over to congratulate the car owner and boss as his dad Norm makes his way out onto the speedway. Billy, I tell you what, this is just like a carbon copy of last week's show, except it was a little shorter. A fine drive, and you mentioned that the bottom side was definitely the fastest way around. You couldn't figure out why nobody else was down there with you.
Yeah, it just I think it was a little deceiving, and with the way the track was this week, it's amazing what AJ's done to this place to get it turned around. My car was good. I could go wherever I needed to go, but I was better on the bottom. I can't thank Laurent and his crew and family enough. It's been enjoyable, and hopefully this is enjoyable for him.
Absolutely, and of course, you know, this racetrack, you know, you said you could go pretty well anywhere you wanted to. You started 12th, and it just immediately the car just took to the racetrack. Is there anything you did really different? I know the track really, I don't know if it changed too much throughout the heat of the feature, but did you have to do too much between the heats?
We did a little bit of adjusting to the car. Actually, we ended up just about where we were last week, except track was a lot smoother. And, you know, this car's on rails. I just couldn't get any better.
I know you mentioned last week that this is possibly a race-to-race deal. Does this kind of change things around a little bit? You're right up in the thick things of the track championship now, so any plans on going further, or is it just race by race as usual?
It's still race by race right now. We missed a week early in the year, so that kind of put us behind, but we're slowly creeping back up. I don't know where we are now, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, we hope you're back with us each and every week, Billy, and you've done a great job the last 2 weeks. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right, win number 10 of his career and second in a row for Billy Dunn.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden.
Kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live? Bear's Den! If you said Bear's Den, you're right. Bear's Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bear's Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bear's Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
On the green flag now, Mr. Austin Swamp says, get it out of there, boys. As now, Rozon will be your race leader. 3 wide coming down the front stretch on this lap number 1 of a 20-lap feature event. Adam Rozon, your race leader. Down the back stretch they go as Provost gets a little to the high side, and that opens the door for Billy Cook on the bottom. To the outside, Louis Jackson trying to get around Billy Cook. Can't quite do so. Billy Cook now into the top 5. Your race leader, Adam Rozon, looking to break away from the rest of the field, but Brian Cap says, don't go anywhere yet. I've got unfinished business with you, my friend. Jenna David now in the number 3 spot. She'll settle in behind Brian Cap on the bottom side. Jenna David now looking to open up that racing groove here as she'll give hot pursuit, hot chase through the 11X of Brian Cap. Jenna David now on the bottom, coming out of 2. Can Jenna take that number 2 spot? She does on the backstretch as she pulls up next to Brian Cap. They are side by side as they head into turns number 3 and 4. Now coming out of 4, Jenna David gets that number 2 spot away. She sets her sights on the number 3 of Adam Rozon. Jenna David now to the bottom. Brian Cap trying to keep those RPMs up onto the top side. Jenna David down to the backstretch as Adam Rozon has kind of checked out on the field coming out of 4. Lap number 4. Adam Rozon has led every single lap so far as Jenna David now in the number 2 spot, followed by Brian Cap. Boy, there's a big gaggle of cars back into the field fighting for those top 15 positions. Jenna David now trying to wheel her machine on lap number 4. But Adam Rozon coming out of turn 4. Your race leader on lap number 5 is Adam Rozon.
And he is checked out from Jenna David and the 70 of Billy Cook. The 11X of Comp holds down 4th. Good battle going on for 5th as Dylan Evoy has charged from near the back of the field all the way up to challenge Tammy Jalbert to pick up 5th, and he will do so as they come into turns 3 and 4. Evoy up to the 5th spot. All this happening behind Adam Rozon as Evoy continues to work his way up towards the front. He gets by Brian Kopp. He is now 4th. Jenna David having a strong run up into 2nd. Billy Cook is now 3rd. Evoy, Brian Kopp, your top 5. Josh Van Brocklin starting to make some moves forward as well. Gets to the inside and takes Tammy Jalbert down to the inside, and in the process gets by Brian Kopp. So Van Brocklin starting to show muscle here. And as we near the halfway point, 7 laps are complete in this one. Dana Aikens also starting to move forward. He is now up to position number 9 here. Wyatt Mullen rounds out your top 10. But Adam Rozon, tell you what, looking very impressive out there so far. Keeping the car nice and straight through the corners, not really getting it all out of shape. As Jenna David doing about the same, going through turns 1 and 2. She is running right around the bottom of the speedway as Dylan Evoy starts to make his way through towards the front of the field. All the way up into 4th now and challenging Billy Cook for the number 3 spot as Evoy works the top side of the speedway. And Josh Van Brocklin right there with him as well. Lap number 10 up on the board. Rozon continues to dominate this field.
So Rozon on lap number 9 continues to be your race leader. Rozon, he has put on a scorching torrid pace here tonight. Glad you're alongside us on high-tech satellite night. Jenna David, she's got some very fine company now as Dylan Evoy has made his way into the top 5. Evoy to the outside of Billy Cook. Billy Cook sets his sights on the 2 of Jenna David. Evoy going to go back to the bottom. Can he pick up some momentum going to the top side into turn 3? Evoy does so. Jenna David sticks it to the bottom. Adam Rozon all alone up front. He has really opened up a huge lead on this field here tonight. Yellow flag. We've got a car turned sideways. Wyatt Mullen in between 3 and 4. Didn't quite see what transpired.
Are complete. 9 to go.
9 laps to go. I'll take it for the next 4 laps. Tim Baltz will take it the rest of the way. I'll be down pit side, victory lane with tonight's Sportsman winner. Rozon fires now from the pole position. He's got Jenna David to contend with in that number 2 spot. Jenna David, she's powering her machine down to the backstretch, trying to get ever so slightly close to the number 3 machine, as she'll drift a little bit coming out of 3 now into 4. Billy Cook right there in the number 3 spot with Dylan Evoy. Evoy, he's bound and determined to make that top side work for him tonight as he gets around Billy Cook now onto the backstretch. Can't make it work. Billy Cook down to the bottom. Dylan Evoy drifted a little bit coming out of 2. Dylan Evoy looks to get by Billy Cook here. Billy Cook gets into Jenna David coming out of 4. Billy Cook now for the number 2 spot. Dylan Evoy looking for something on the bottom here. And Adam Rozon absolutely loves this on lap 13. You kids fight for that number 2 spot. I'm up here by myself. Adam Rozon coming out of 4. Sends a text message home. I might be headed to victory lane. We got a car. Dylan Evoy spins out in between turns 3 and 4. Not sure what. From Akwesasne looking to win his first ever sportsman feature. Rozon, he'll fire. Billy Cook fires coming out of 4. They got the green flag. We've got 6 more laps remaining here in this 20-lap event. Rozon, very strong, powerful machine now. Down to the backstretch, he'll go. He is your race leader. He'll take into the turn 3 and 4. Billy Cook in the number 2 spot. Jenna David, number 3. Josh Van Brocklin, number 4. And Dana Akins, number 5. Adam Rozon continues to lead on lap number 15.
He has the top spot, but Josh Van Brocklin started to come through the field, caught a little bit of a bump there in turn number 1, and that allowed Billy Cook to squirt away by a couple of car lengths down into turns 3 and 4. Rozon has that car hooked up. He bobbles a little bit in turn number 4. This allows Cook to close the gap coming up off the corner. 4 more laps to go, and can Adam Rozon go for his first feature win and lead every single lap in the process? Down the back straightaway they go. Cook is second, followed by the 10 of Van Brocklin. The 2 of David holding on to spot number 4. Dana Akins rounds out your top 5. Coming around this time, 3 laps left to go for Adam Rozon. Starting to open up a little bit of distance between himself and Billy Cook, as Billy Cook has got the 10 of Van Brocklin right on his back doorstep. As they head down the back straightaway, coming around this time, it'll be 2 laps left to go. 2 more remain, and Adam Rozon looking to hang on for the biggest win of his career as they head down in front. Billy Cook doing all he can to hold off Van Brocklin for the number 2 spot. And Van Brocklin jumps to the top side of the speedway. Cook down on the bottom, able to pull away off of corner number 2, down into turns 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time by. White flag is in the air for Adam Rozon. If he could keep it straight for 4 more corners, he'll have his first career win. Van Brocklin lost a little bit of ground to Billy Cook for that number 2 spot. Rozon down the back straightaway for the final time into corners 3 and 4. Checkered flag will be out this time by, and from start to finish, green to checkered, Adam Rozon leads all 20 laps. Career win number 1 for Adam Rozon. Cook will get second. Van Brocklin into third. Jenna David a great run up into 4th. And Dana Akins crosses in 5th, and Dan Jalbert has spun to the outside of turn number 2. And that will bring the yellow and the checkers out together.
So his first career victory. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a trackside interview. Here he is, the number 3, Adam Rozon. Coming right over here. Adam, put it there, my friend. Congratulations, your first career win. Take us back. How the heck do you feel?
Very good. I can't feel any better.
So you led all the laps. What was the key tonight for you winning?
I think just being patient. That was pretty much my old mentality for the whole race, and I guess it worked out pretty good.
Now, a couple of the restarts, are you getting nervous when you kept seeing those yellows come out?
Yeah, I was.
Anybody you want to thank?
All the gang. We've been working real hard. We're beginners at this, and I guess it's coming pretty good.
Well, you got the first one out of the way. How many more do you think you got in you this year?
As much as we can.
Very good. Tonight's Dirt Car Sportsman winner, the 3 of Adam Rozon.